Premier is here to help keep you warm during these cold winter days. Call Premier Heating and Air today and get your heat system checkup for just $49. Premier Heating and Air is also offering a free whole home air purifier and up to $1,500 off your new heating and air system purchase. So call today and experience the Premier difference. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com or call 478-300-2633. Premier Heating and Air is a locally owned and operated company. Certain restrictions apply. Specials can't be combined with other offers. This offer ends 1/31/25.
All right, if I could have everyone's attention, I'd like to thank you for coming out today to celebrate with Ryan and his family on such a special occasion. When anytime one of our student athletes goes to the next level, it's a great day here at West Lawrence. And this is a first for West Lawrence, our first bass fishing scholarship. That's amazing. So congratulations, Ryan.
Hello everyone and welcome to Team Lawrence. I'm your host Pat Brock, the Public Information Officer of Lawrence County Schools. And ladies and gentlemen, we have history here in the making with Ryan Souls to my right. What's up, Ryan?
Oh, Miss Pat.
Ryan has signed a scholarship in bass fishing to go to University of Montevallo in Montevallo, Alabama. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Miss Pat.
Dude, like you're truly going in the history books. How does that make you feel?
Good, I guess.
I guess. And you know, Ryan is also a state champion. And so, Ryan, talk to us a little bit. Give them all out there a little bit of a backstory about you and this fishing.
Yes, ma'am. So I've loved fishing ever since I can remember. I used to beg Dad to take me, and then finally convinced Dad to get a boat. And we started fishing about 5th grade year, I think, and got Dad really involved with it. And I think he loves it about just as much as I do now. But started competing in tournaments, having a little bit of success. But then Coach Marsh got a high school team going, and first year we were able to win state. And then after that state championship, it kind of got me seen by some colleges and stuff like that. And then that's when the opportunity came about.
And here we are today. We got his parents with us. We've got Mandy Souls and Mr. Rodney to my far right. How are you guys doing?
Good. How about you?
Doing well. Mandy, we'll start with you, Mom. Talk to us about what today means to you as a mom and what has gone into all of this to get to where we are today.
A lot of hard work has gone into it on Ryan's part and our part. Our part was mainly the support and during the hard times, just being there, letting him know that nothing's going to come easy. You're going to have to keep fighting. And it means a lot to me today. He's always loved bass fishing, and one of his goals was to go to college to do what he loves to do, and now it's coming true.
Coming into fruition,
It sure is.
And now tell us about your kids.
Well, we have an older daughter. She's in her senior year of college at Georgia Southern University, Ashton.
Go Eagles.
And our 15-year-old Rayleigh is a 9th grader here.
So, Ryan, you're the middle child.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my goodness. And the only boy.
The only boy.
Rodney, talk to us about what today means for you as a dad and things that you have been working on with Ryan to get to where he is today.
Oh, it's pretty cool. He's to see his passion and hard work kind of come full circle. It's pretty cool.
And so now, when you talk about being a fisherman, you've been fishing since you were little.
Yes, ma'am.
And has your dad been your inspiration?
Not really.
Oh,
He never really fished and stuff like that growing up. But
Okay.
I don't really know why. I just always loved to go, and then I kind of started dragging him along with me, and I think he likes it more than I do now.
I love that. And so for you, I mean, what you're doing in this history making, you know, we have so many shows all the time of students signing academic scholarships to go, to continue a sport that they've loved. And now here it is, this bass fisherman. This is new for all of us here.
Yes, ma'am.
And now here it is. You're one of the head runners of this here. And so when you talk about going to this university, tell us about how that process was.
So after state, they DM'd me and I reached back out. They wanted me to come out for a visit. They got me out. I think it was this July. They took me through an official tour of the campus, told me about all the academic sides. Loved the school, beautiful campus, good academics. Then I sat down with the head coach, and he gave me my offer.
So you mean to tell us, so they have watched you from the tournaments and how well you've done with this first season. They direct messaged you.
Yes,
And then you went from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Had you heard of the university? Had you known about this program?
yes, ma'am. If you keep up with it, they've been bass fishing set up a little bit different from other sports. There's not classifications, so Montevallo will be competing against your Auburn, Clemson, any big D1 school down
Right.
to a smaller school. They all compete in the same classification, and the past 3 years in a row, they've won the national title. And as of now, they are the powerhouse of fishing. So anybody that keeps up with it knows who they are.
So they're getting a powerhouse in you.
I wouldn't say that. But
This is big. Now, Mom, I know you got 2 other kids.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
this is your baby boy here.
This is baby boy.
He's going to be 5 hours away.
Yes, ma'am.
5 hours away. And, talk to us about the relationship you have with him, and how do you feel about all of this with him actually, flying the coop, so to speak?
Well, Miss Pat, that's hard. I'm excited for him. Of course, it's going to be hard. I mean, when our oldest left, she's only an hour and 15, 20 minutes down the road, and that's still hard. It's hard to see him fly the coop
Yeah.
and leave you, but he has been to wrestling camps on his own. He went to Missouri for 2 weeks alone by himself when he was, I think, 14. We dropped him 13, 14. We dropped him off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's ready. He still needs mama. He's always going to need mama. They always
Always.
need a mama.
Well, you say he's ready, but are you ready?
No, ma'am. I'm not.
You got a
but
little time. You got a little
I
time.
do, but it's part of life.
Dad, what does it feel like for you to be able to watch your son compete at the level he has been here, the high school level, and now collegiately?
Oh, that's pretty cool. So we started out, and I got to be his fishing partner. So he said I love it as much as him, and so I do. But I got to fish with my buddy,
Yeah.
and then so then in high school, I got to fish with 2 buddies. So they were competing, but I got to be right in the middle of it. So I drive the boat. I let them make the decisions. But there's no fans. There's nobody watching. And I'm right in the middle of
Right.
watching these 2 kids do something they're passionate about. And gosh, I'm telling you, it was a blast. And when those guys are catching fish and they're celebrating and fist bumping, and so now to watch him compete here, I got to cut him loose, and he drives the boat. He does it all, so I get to watch. It's outside looking in, but I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's
I'm
like
excited.
some things you can't even put into words. I think for you, of what you feel is to be right there in the thick of things, and seeing, your son compete at the level he has, and you're able to be right in there and bask in the glory of it all as well. I know that's probably been, something that's been dear to your heart. Talk to us about your parents and what it means to have their support the way you've had, and in perspective of what they add to your life.
So none of it would be possible without them. Financially wise, mentally wise, emotional wise, they've always been right there for me. If I've ever had a dream, they're right there behind me, helping me chase it. And they've always told me if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it 100%, and they're 100% right there with me, helping me get there. So, I mean, just as much credit goes to them, if not more than me. So
For
I
sure.
couldn't have done it without them.
And having your dad out there on that boat.
It gets interesting sometimes. Yeah. If we ain't catching fish, I think somebody a mile down the lake could hear us going at it. But
What? So, wait a minute. So that competitiveness,
Because they're just alike, yes.
Yeah. Oh, so you two are similar.
Yes.
And when you're together,
we butt heads pretty good.
but look how sweet it is.
Yes,
That's right.
sometimes.
Talk to us. What is it now? So when you talk about, the the athletics, or what this college is going to provide, and then you think about the academics, have you decided on what you want to major in?
I'm more than likely gonna do something in business, some business management or something like that, and it's a good overall degree. Anything I want to pursue, it kind of gives me somewhat of a foundation. But
Yep.
as of now, the plan is to come back home and take over Dad's business that he started, so that would give me a good foundation for that.
I love that. And what is the family's business?
Tree service. We do
Oh.
tree service.
So you're going to take over the reins after Dad retires?
That's the plan. I don't know if he ever will retire, but that's the plan.
Wonderful. Now, parents, this is your opportunity to really, what kind of advice do you want to give him? Because yes, he's traveled, a few other places for a couple of weeks and done certain things. But when you talk about going away to college, there's certain things that he's been taught that you want to really stay instilled within him. What kind of words of advice or wisdom do you want to share with him?
I just hope and praise he stays grounded in his faith, because he's steady at church, and lean on God for everything, because there's going to be hard decisions come up, and there's
Yeah.
going to be times activities arise that you really don't need to partake in or go do, and that he just remembers his foundation and stay grounded.
For sure. Now you're involved. You're at Dudley Baptist, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your involvement in the church? Are you one of the deacons?
I'm not a deacon. Just youth and those sorts of activities.
And how important is your faith to you?
It's very important. More glory goes to God in this than really anything, but that is huge. That none of it would be possible without him.
When you're out there on the water, what does it feel like for you?
It's an adrenaline rush. It's a little bit more complicated than people think. It's like trying to put together a puzzle, and you don't really know what you're getting yourself into every time. But there is an aspect of it that is luck, and part of that is God. But it's an enjoyment every time. You never know what you're getting, and
For sure.
it's fun.
Dad, what do you want to say to your son?
Mandy nailed it. God first. The foundation is there. He's been raised. His church folks, his church family. Mr. Clint's not here, but he helped us raise this kid too. Spence. These folks have poured into him, so that foundation is there. And I hope that he finds a group of friends as awesome as the ones he got. The people you surround yourself with are huge, and he won the lottery with all these guys, girls. So
And their parents.
and I hope it's the same. I hope he can find a group of like-minded kids to get with over there. But he's a good kid, and he's grounded, so he'll be all right.
For sure. Anything else you'd like to say to your parents?
Just thank y'all. Couldn't have done it without y'all.
Wonderful. Mandy, Rodney, thank you too for being such a big part of this puzzle of his life, and what you contribute to him, how you poured so much into him, and now look at the fruit of your labor.
He's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mandy Soul and Mr. Rodney.
Hi, I'm Kyle Gerard with A+ Flooring and Construction.
And I'm Chandler Gerard.
Here at A+ Flooring and Construction, we believe if you can dream it, that we can build it. We can do anything from new construction builds to roofs, to floor covering, garage doors.
Grading and site work. Please give us a call at 478-676-2662. Thank you.
Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op offers a full range of communication products and services to its members in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. We take pride in being your total communications provider, and we work hard to provide quality services at the best prices. In addition to offering phone service, we provide high-speed internet and digital high-def TV. And we always strive to put our members first. Progressive Rural, your total communications company. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. ProgressiveTel.com. Call 478-984-4201 or stop by 890 Simpson Avenue in Rents. Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, here with Ryan Souls, who has signed a bass fishing scholarship to University of Montevallo. And we've got his coach over here. What's going on, Coach Marsh?
We're making it. Happy to be here. Proud of Ryan. Hope we can send some more his way in the future.
Very good. And we've got his compadre here, JT Brooks. What's up?
What's going on?
What's going on? Coach, talk to us a little bit about, just kind of let the people know something about this this sport here that we've had added to Lawrence County Schools, how well you've done, and what all this here means.
So as a whole, we just recently added the sport. Last year was the first year that this has ever been in Lawrence County, West Lawrence and East Lawrence. Ryan himself actually come to me, oddly enough, at football practice one day and kind of threw the idea in my ear and was like, him and one of his other friends, and they're like, Coach, let's start a bass fishing team. And I'm like, well, hey, fishing's fishing. I don't mind going fishing either. So I kind of went through the things and went through the channels and got it set up. We ended up getting approved, and we started this past year. And with it, there's a lot more to it than just showing up and fishing. There's a lot more logistical side to it, and the science and the dedication of time that Ryan and JT and Mr. Rodney as well have put into it. Like, winners don't win without being dedicated to their game.
For sure.
And Mr. Rodney and Ryan and JT have put in drastic amounts of time to be able to get to where they're at, to be able to win the state championship that they won last year. It's just astronomical at the amount of time
For sure.
that it takes to put into this. Now, and on top of that, the different things that go into it as far as that goes, these kids do a lot more than your average guy that just walks out and fishes.
Right.
They're breaking down topographical maps. They're looking at weather. Their setups on rod and reel combinations, how they're fishing, their retrieves, as far as how they're fishing that lure back to the boat, finding locations that might be actually hold fish. There's so much more to it than
just fishing.
what you do with dad or grandpa or whatever out on the dock. So to have that level of dedication is just it's mind blowing to myself.
Right.
But you love to see it pay off whenever it does all come together.
And it's paid off big, hasn't it?
It has really paid off big, and we started the program with a bang. And now we got to see if we can actually try and do it again.
For sure. Now, are you a master fisherman yourself?
No, ma'am. Okay. My experience in this is held up to some small time blue collar tournaments that have been on some local lakes.
Right.
I haven't done anything that comes close to the level that these guys have went and done. I mean, they've traveled the nation.
For sure. For sure.
From Detroit, Michigan to Florida, all across the Southeast.
That's huge.
So they've done much more than I have. I tell everybody that asks me, I was a facilitator to put
Right.
people in places to be able to make things happen.
For sure. Now, how many fishermen do you have on the team?
We currently have 6 on the team this year. That equals 3 boats for us.
Right.
We're looking to add more as we can go in years come. Hopefully, eventually, maybe we can be able to secure a school boat itself, so that we have some kids that want to fish that may not have the opportunity to be able to have
Right.
those types of boats. We can be able to secure that for kids that want to participate with us.
And we've got state champion JT Brooks. Now, Brooks, first of all, what classification are you in?
11.
11th grade. Now, for you, talk to us a little bit about yourself and how does this feel being on the state champion team?
It feels good. I wish I did a little bit more. It was a lot of him, but it feels pretty good. I like fishing. I've been fishing for a while, kind of like him. Never really done tournaments like that, and
Right.
met him a year ago, and we just started fishing.
And so when you all won the state championship, what was that feeling like for you?
like amazing. Like I didn't think it would happen, to be honest with you. Never really thought of it. Just was trying to fish, trying to do the best we could. Just really wasn't in my mind.
And so for us, you know, when we think about fishing, like he said, like this is not like you going out on the dock and just throwing out a pole. I mean, there's more to this.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
did you know all of the science to fishing, and what have you done to kind of, you know, get yourself up to par in everything that's required for this sport?
I really don't know much about the science. I just kind of go out there and kind of just fish however, just what works. I mean, I try to do a little bit better about it, but just ain't really the best at it.
But you've got a ring, though.
I do have a ring.
I love that.
Thanks to him.
Thanks to him.
It's not just me.
Ryan, talk to us about JT and how you two have worked together this past year, of course, and how it's led to what we see before us, a trophy. And talk to us about Coach Marsh.
So I'll start with JT. Coach Marsh set me and JT up, kind of got to meeting him, talking to his people, and liked him off the bat, and started fishing with him. And he knows what he's doing. Whatever don't listen to what he says. We didn't just get to state by getting to state. You have to qualify at another tournament, and we wouldn't have been able to qualify at the other tournament if it wasn't for him. And he caught fish at the state too, so it was a team effort. It wasn't just one person. I wouldn't have been able to do it without him. I couldn't have asked for a better partner throughout the year. Coach Marsh, on the other hand, he's a mess. I think he was.
Did you say he's a mess?
He cut up with us. We give him a hard time. He give us a hard time. It was almost like messing around with your brother or something. But he was always there to support us, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without him either. So I'm super grateful for him as well.
So when does the actual season start for bass fishing?
January.
In January.
So
So you're about to start next week, right?
Yes, ma'am. Our first regional tournament is at Lake Seminole in Bainbridge, Georgia. It'll be next weekend on the 25th.
And so remind people out there, when you're talking about your season, I mean, you're going all over fishing. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Our past season, we fished Lake Seminole in Bainbridge. We fished Lake Oconee in Eatonton. We fished Lake West Point in LaGrange. We fished Lake Hartwell, which is up north above Clarks Hill, which is in Clarks Hills there at Augusta. So we fish mainly the Chattahoochee River chains and then also the Savannah River chain.
Yeah.
They do have some major lakes up north. This year, state is at Lake Lanier, which is in Gainesville. So we have a bunch of the different major lakes that we have available to us to fish here in the state of Georgia and the surrounding boundaries.
So you've got about 6 or 7 on the team, right?
Yes, ma'am. We have 6.
How do you generate interest in, you know, do they try out? Is this male only?
It's not a male only sport. It is a co-ed sport. With this, the qualifications for this are have boat wheel travel kind of thing.
Right.
If you can get a partner, you can get a boat and a boat captain, you can be on the team, and we can work with you from there. I try to do everything I can to be as accommodating with the kids as we can possibly be to be able to have anybody that wants to fish with us. But it is as far as a sport, it is probably one of the most costly type sports that you can be in because of the equipment that it is required to be able to fish and fish competitively.
Yeah.
Because actually at our banquet, I think I made the comment to you. It's not just going out there and fishing with a bobber and your Zebco 33. This is legit. This is big time type stuff, and you're fishing in lakes that are 60 and 70 square miles, and you have to cover that amount of water from 8 to 3.
Yeah.
And it's not something that's easy to do.
And so for those who are watching and you know, are just tuning in, with Ryan signing a scholarship, first one ever for bass fishing, and this is the second inaugural year of our actual program itself.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? And now here, state champions at that, and now going off to college. Wow. What part did you play in this, Coach?
Personally, with this type of situation, the way this played out for Ryan, This sport is normally an advertise yourself type sport. So you have to build a resume in order to be able to get into this sport in college. And Ryan's resume has been one that you couldn't draw a better one in your dreams. He was pursued by the #1 college in the nation for this sport, which is something that they don't do. They don't pursue people. You go to them and advertise yourself. So Ryan's a groundbreaking athlete for West Lawrence, but he's a groundbreaking athlete for the sport.
Yeah, for sure. And so Ryan, how did your family, how did you all vet this? When you received that direct message, I mean, how did you proceed after that? And were you shocked at all?
I was very shocked. I was actually hanging out with my buddies and went to pick up my phone and seen where they had messaged me. And first thing I did was text mom and dad to let them know. And at first I wasn't really sure if he was going to offer me or not, just kind of reaching out, seeing if they were just keeping an eye on me. But they messaged me a little bit. I messaged them back, and then they kind of left me alone, and they reached back out again asking me to come out for a visit. So they messaged me 2 or 3 times trying to get me out there. We set up a date to go out there, and he gave me the offer.
So when you went out there to visit, what was that like? Was it surreal? Like, was it like, wow?
At the time, I still wasn't sure if he was going to offer me or not, because, I mean, I know I have the confidence I could compete with anybody, but at the end of the day, I mean, there's other kids that are better than me still. So I really wasn't sure if he was going to offer me or not. I was sure hoping he would, but the second he did make me the offer, it was very surreal.
For sure. Now, JT, you're a junior man. Now, when you think about your aspirations and things that you hope to do after, your senior year, what are some of your plans that you're thinking about?
Hopefully to get a scholarship.
In bass fishing?
Yes, ma'am.
Look at you.
Trying to be as good as Ryan.
Following in his footsteps.
Yes, ma'am. Trying to.
The humility that, comes from both of you, is something that's really awe-inspiring, because being a good athlete and being good at what you do, it does require a level of not being secure in what you can do, but the humility in knowing, hey, there's always going to be someone out there better than me. I need to stay grounded so I don't get the big head, right? And do what I'm supposed to do. And so what kind of, you got any advice, JT, that you want to give him? I mean, he's going off to college. He's going to be 297 miles away, to be exact, and that's going on the back roads, and this is big. Now this season is going to be really special for you guys, and there's going to be a lot of people looking at you, wanting to top you, because you guys have reached the top first round outgoing. What kind of words of wisdom or advice do you want to give him when he goes off to college?
Just fish like you've been fishing. I think you'll be all right.
He's not going to be fishing all the time.
Well, when he does fish, he'll do all right.
He's going to do all right. Coach Marsh, what do you want to say to this young man?
Tell you the same thing my dad told me whenever I left to go to college is when you get there, be a sponge. Take everything in. Enjoy the experience, but don't forget your roots, and make sure you look back at that every day. So when you get there, just make mom and dad proud.
I love that. Anything else you'd like to share with them?
Just I appreciate both of y'all. You couldn't have done it without either of y'all as well.
JT, we're very proud of you, young man. Proud of what you're doing. Stay focused, because keep your eye on the prize, right? And this is a very significant year for you to really push and step out in the forefront, okay? Coach Marsh, thank you. You serve with your heart. And seeing a big guy over there, lips trembling, don't you do it. Don't do it. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your love for these kids. You love the whole child, how you sow into their life. Here's the evidence right here, brother. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is JT Brooks and Coach Justin Marsh.
So I work with clients of all ages. I have people my age who are just getting married and having kids, and they want to get a policy on them or a whole life policy on their toddler to have as they age. But I also see clients that are older that are maybe looking for a final expense policy. I get to see clients at many different seasons of their lives. I just love Dublin. This has always been home for me. My dad and my granddad do what they love, and it's a blessing to join them in it.
I think the future for Oconee Fall Technical College is bright. We have a 99.9% placement rate at OFTC. That means the students who come in our doors are going to get a job, and we're very proud of that. We're always looking at anything that can prepare our students and our graduates to meet the needs of the workforce. Things are changing all over the world, and we want to make sure that our students are globally competitive. We want to empower our students and give them a thriving learning experience so that they can soar to new heights.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and now we've got Ryan's sisters with us. Hi, Ashton.
Hey, Miss Pat.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Rayleigh, what's up, girl?
Hey, Miss Pat.
All right. Now, listen, this is your brother here. We want you to first, you talk to us, Ashton. Catch us up a little bit about what's been going on with your life.
All right. I've been at Georgia Southern for a year and a half, majoring in psychology to be a school counselor. So,
look at that. How has your college experience been?
Absolutely phenomenal.
Ooh, how's your social life down there?
Also phenomenal.
And now here it is. You got your baby brother here. I mean, he's been tearing it up.
He has.
And now he's signed a scholarship to go to
Yes, ma'am.
Alabama. What does this all feel like for you?
I think the word that describes it the most is just, it makes me proud because I've watched him play with his little Spider-Man fishing pole when he was little, and now I've watched him play with big boy toys. But I've watched him continually prove to be resilient in all that he faces. And I think that watching his dreams come true make me just as proud as I am to watch mine come true.
It's like, when you see your sibling accomplish something that you know that they've loved, and to accomplish it at this level, that's what makes it special.
Yes, ma'am.
Rayleigh, it's your big brother here, girlfriend. Let us know about what's going on in your life.
Nothing much, honestly.
Living the freshman life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How has transition been for you going from the middle school to here at West Lawrence High School?
It's been a lot, but I think I'm getting back into a routine and transition into this life now.
And now your brother. Wow. When you got the news of what was taking place, what did you think about all that, and how does it feel here for you today to be able to witness this for your big brother?
It's a lot, but I'm gonna miss him a lot.
Now, your relationship, talk to us about it, because you two are in the house together. What is your relationship like?
Me and him are really close.
Wow. Golly. Girl, you're gonna be towed up when he leaves.
I am.
Ryan, talk to us about Rayleigh, and then talk to us about your big sister.
Rayleigh is my best friend in many different ways, but I mostly just aggravate her. I get bored around the house. I'll peep in her room and just give her a hard time till she starts hollering for mom and dad.
Yeah.
Ashton is a little bit different. She's never really been that person you play around with. Ashton's always kind of been like a second mom to me and Rayleigh, always looking out for us, making sure we got everything we need, making sure we're okay. Ashton's always been very mature in that area.
Ashton, what makes your bond as sisters and your brother, what makes your bond so special?
I think, I don't know, like Ryan said, it's almost like I've been a second mom to him, just because we've spent so much time together, and we've never fought like seriously. We'll aggravate each other, but we've never really fought, and it's been a pleasure to be able to take care of them and take them places and do things for them. So I think that just being a part of all of their successes is what makes our bond so special.
For sure. And you being the big sister now, you went away first. You didn't have to go too far away, but still, that was away from the nest.
Yes, ma'am.
And now knowing that he's going away, farther away, what are your thoughts about that, and what do you feel about that? Because when you come home, hey, here they are. And now things are going to be a little different.
Well, it's an hour farther from me than it is from everybody else, so I'm the one that's hurting the most here.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be different, and it's definitely going to be an adjustment coming home, because I have had the luxury of just being able to, I've had a bad day, or I miss home, or I miss my dogs, or I miss my granny, get in the car and just drive.
Yeah.
But he's not going to have that luxury, so I think it is going to be different. It's going to be different not walking in the door and hearing, can you make me some pizza rolls? But I think it's awesome to be able to watch him chase his dreams.
For sure.
So I think it's all worth it.
For sure. Ryan, when you think about your home life, when you think about your routines, things that you normally do outside of school and hanging out with your buddies or with your family, what things have been the most special to you, and what are you going to miss?
Honestly, just the memories and the family, just always having someone there for you when you walk through the door is going to love you. If you need something, they'll run to it. The support 24/7, couldn't ask for anybody better.
You couldn't. What you gonna miss, Rayleigh?
Probably bothering him and be able to ride home with him and just him being there.
It's those little things. When you think about it, life is short, time is precious, and relationships is what makes this world go round. And when you talk about a brother and sister and the bond that you all have, this is big. It's a bittersweet time, because not only are you happy for him, but you're sad at the same time. You're like, I'm toe up from the flow up, but congratulations, right? You're like, man, I'm happy for you. You are living the dream. But what about me, right? Who gonna pick me up? I gotta get my license, right? So it's like those things. And so, Ashton, what words of comfort, for one, that I need you to give Rayleigh, because give it to her first, because although this is great, girl, this is dramatic at the same time. Like, she's grieving already, and he's still in the house. What do you want to say to just kind of comfort your little sister here?
You talk to me at least 3 times a week most weeks, and I'm an hour away, so the phone works just the same.
Yeah.
You can call him whenever you want to, and you can call him and aggravate him and see what he's doing, and he might not answer me, but he'll answer you.
And what do you want to say, Ashton, to Ryan, because you're living the college life, like you're studying, you're working hard, you're finding time. Now, see, the time you have for a social life, he's not gonna have that. But what do you want to say to him, because you want him to stay grounded, you want him to not forget where he's come from, what he's been taught, but you want him to just really enjoy his college experience? What do you want to say to him?
Always remember who you are and where you come from, because you're moving forward in your own chapter of life, but when you turn around, who you are and where you come from, that doesn't change. The people who have poured into you and made you who you are now will still be there.
I love that. Thank you, darling. What do you want to say to baby girl right here? She having a hard time. Squeeze her hand. Let her know you're still here.
She's going to have it better than anybody. She's going to be the only child.
But she's missing. She's going to miss you. What do you want? My God. Basically, quit crying, girl. You're going to have everything.
I'll always be here, and I know y'all will always be there for me, and I couldn't ask for anyone better.
Wow. Anything else to the oldest one, or was that for both of them?
Both.
Both of them. All right. Well, listen, Rayleigh, I know you're happy behind those tears. I know you're happy for him. I know you want him to be a success. But what we want you to do is you just stay focused, baby girl. All right? You stay focused. find that time to spend that time together, you know what I mean, and make those special memories, because life does change, and when he does leave it's going to change some, but what remains the same is your love for one another. Ashton, so very proud of you, young lady. I mean, you done got down there with those Eagles, and you have been flying. So proud of the work that you've been doing, because I mean, you know, you understand about working hard. You understand about what that takes, and so we're proud of the route that you've been taking in your journey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are Ryan's sisters. This is Rayleigh and Ashton Souls.
Hi, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports. We just like to take this time to thank you for your business in 2023. And we look forward to serving you in the new year ahead. For products, parts, and service of Can-Am, Gravely, and Echo, come see us at Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports. We're located at 301 North Jefferson Street in downtown Dublin, or you can call us at 478-272-7769. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future. That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter. Member FDIC.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with Ryan Souls here, who's heading to Alabama, and we've got two of his running mates with us. What's up, fellas?
Hey, Miss Pat.
Now, Parker, catch people up on what's happening with you, because you've already been at the seat right here.
I just signed a scholarship to play baseball at Georgia State.
Boy, that's exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
And now here it is, your buddy here.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to us about what today means for you to witness this for Ryan.
It's special going from fishing our first tournament together to watching him just kind of move up in the world through high school, and then watching him win a state championship. And then it was like right after that, we were like talking about like, because we kind of went through the recruiting process together, like talking about like all the coaches that he was texting, and it was just really cool to watch it all happen.
For sure. And for you, now you're a fisherman as well.
Not really, kind of.
So you guys have done tournaments outside of the school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now they just showed me a photo of you where you were frantic on a boat. What happened? Explain that to us.
Well, it was a little hot outside, so you know, like the wind just felt really good on my face. So.
All right, we've got Caleb Stevens over here. Caleb Stevens, catch us up, son. What's happening with you?
Nothing much. Just trying to finish up high school.
And then you're going to lineman school, correct?
That's the plan right now.
Quite impressive, Caleb. Talk to us about what today means for you witnessing this with Ryan.
I've been with him since the start of middle school. Just good to see him go off somewhere and do what he loves.
For sure. Now, are you a fisherman?
I'm not. No, ma'am.
Talk to us about the relationship you have with these two right here, because y'all been cutting up all afternoon.
Yes, so I started out at East Lawrence and moved to West Lawrence, but before that we swapped churches and went to Dudley Baptist, and Caleb and a few others they welcomed me in, and it wasn't just a church friendship, it turned into a lifelong friendship. Parker came along that year, a little bit later. First, I did not like Parker.
Really?
And he come up, we were on a church trip.
Right.
And he comes up on the bus, he's got his baseball sunglasses on.
Right,
he's got his hat.
Too cool.
I was like, I just thought, man, this kid's try hard. He's so cool. We was beefing for like a day. And then after that, we turned into like best friends, and we've been best friends ever since.
So you had a 24-hour beef?
Pretty much. I didn't like it.
We just didn't talk to each other. That was the beef. We never talked to each other.
And now here it is. You know, guys, when you all are hanging out, what do y'all like to do for fun?
Pretty much anything.
As long as we're together, we're having fun.
We usually get into something.
And you know, of course, once you all turn the tassel, you all are going separate ways. Where's lineman school for you, and how long's that process?
The process is really just dependent on what you do and what path you take. But at the same time, it's up there near Atlanta.
Wow. And you'll be in the heart of Atlanta.
Yes, ma'am.
And so here it is. You guys do you spend a lot of time together outside of school?
A bunch.
A little bit.
What all do y'all do?
Anything.
Most of the time, eat.
We've been getting into duck hunting here recently.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
so
yeah.
you hunt?
We try to.
We try.
Okay. But
may not kill, but we...
And so when you talk about this bond that you all have, how important is this relationship to you guys when it comes to being the best version of yourself? And how do each of you make that other person, you know, really push them past their limits and being their best?
It's very important to me. You are who you hang around, and all of my friends are really great. They all try to strive to be the best they can be, all really motivated in everything they do, and that's going to wear off on me every day. So
yeah,
that's really important to me.
Now, Parker, big guy.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, there's a lot of things that you say you guys do a lot of things together, but then there's some things that, you know when all put all seriousness, you know, all the joking aside, this is big for all of you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
You're all about to go to that next level.
Yes, ma'am.
How does it feel?
I mean, obviously, like, we're all excited for each other, but then, like, it's kind of like you're leaving everybody, so you got to go make new friends, but obviously you're going to, like, try to stay in touch with everybody. When we come home for breaks, we're going to hang out and stuff, so.
Now, for you, Caleb, to make the decision to go into lineman school, how easy was that for you, or how difficult? Like, what was your thought process and everything?
Well, really, it was just the fact that you could have asked me probably 6 or 7 months ago, and I would have told you I have no idea what I'm going to do, what I'm going to study, what school I'm going to, or nothing like that. So then I talked to one of my mom's good friends back from college, and he talked me into it, and just in alignment school and everything, and was talking about all the perks and how fun it was and everything. And then I went with Miss Jennifer over there to go around and deliver lunch to people during the hurricane that happened.
Yeah.
And so I got to talk to a few of them, and I just really enjoyed it. And
you know, a lineman, I mean, that's such an honorable profession, and it's hard work, but you're ready for it, right?
I am.
You know, guys, when you three are sitting up here, but there's so many young people out there that do have aspirations to kind of, you know, to live that dream, to do something that they've always loved to do. And even for you making that decision after seeing the work that these linemen do, you know, during Hurricane Helene. And there's some that are watching you guys. They're looking up to you. You know, what message you wanted to give to that young fella?
I mean, you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. It all just comes down to work ethic and really how bad you want it. If you want it bad enough, you'll go get it. It don't matter what stage of life you're in, your situation. If you want something, you can go get it with the right work ethic.
Parker, what do you want to add to that?
Kind of the same thing he said. Just like don't pay any attention to other people outside of you if they're like saying you can't do it. No matter how many people tell you can't do it, you can do it. If you just got to work hard enough.
Add something to that, Caleb?
just stay determined and motivated.
For sure. Guys, this is your senior year. Oh my gosh. This is your senior year. I mean, everything that you all have done, everything from, you know, when you first fell in love with whatever sport or whatever activity you do, and then here you are now, you're getting close to that culminating event where you're turning that tassel. Y'all ready for what's next?
We better be.
Yeah, it's coming faster. It is coming fast.
Any last words, any things you'd like to say to Ryan?
You can go first.
Yeah, I mean, just don't forget us down here.
Have fun. Go show out.
What do you want to say to these two?
Try not to get in too much trouble. I know they'll both be okay and make it where they want to make it.
For sure. Parker, I'm so very proud of you, young man. I've told you this time and time again, just to see how you have grown and matured to be the person that you are. Athletically, I mean, that's given. But when you talk about the foundation of how you've been raised and your faith and how you keep that at the forefront, I mean, there's nothing you can't accomplish. So we're so very proud of you.
Thanks, Miss Pat.
Caleb, dude.
What's up?
Been knowing you for a while, man. So excited about this next chapter in your life. You know, it's like all the things that you've been doing leading up to this, and now making such a mature decision to go into a profession that many you know, they watch and see how amazing that is, and how you give back to so many people. So we can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Parker and Caleb.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing. Third best thing.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Ask Curry Maffin Insurance in Dublin and Augusta if auto owners make sense for you.
I'm Heath Richter, and we just want to invite everybody to come on down to the Houston Clinic and check us out at our new facility. We've been in Dublin for a while now, obviously, but have a new office here, and we'd just like you to come down and see some of the new stuff we're offering. And if you need to get checked out, we'd be glad to do that for you. We've got able to do some ultrasound-guided injections now, and physical therapy, and just a little bit better space, so hopefully we can get you in and out of here a little bit quicker.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
We've got a couple of seniors with us and seem to be his old pals here. We've got Ethan Waldrop to my far right. Hi, Ethan.
Hey, Miss Pat.
Good to see you, son.
Good to see you, too.
And we've got Daniel Lisby. What's up?
What's up, Miss Pat?
Good to see you both. Now, listen, catch us up, fellas, a little bit on what's been going on with your life, with you both being seniors. Let us know what's the next chapter for you and what it feels like for you to be able to witness this here with your buddy. We'll start with you, Ethan.
So going into my last baseball season, we're getting ramped up right now, so we start playing in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then after I graduate, I'm hopefully going to go to the University of Georgia and have a pre-med route like biological sciences. Then it's just really cool to see Ryan going to fish competitively.
For sure. Now, for you, what position are you in baseball?
I'm a pitcher.
You're a pitcher. Whoa.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
but you're hanging up your cleats.
That's correct.
I mean, was that a big decision for you? Why is that funny? I mean, was that a big decision for you? I mean, were you kind of like weighing things, or you just said, hey, this is it?
You know, when I was little, I would like think about I wanted to go play college baseball, but I don't really want to anymore.
Okay, I got it. And now, Daniel, talk to us. Catch us up. What's going on with you?
I just finished up my last football season here at West Lawrence, and I'm just trying to get through the year, and I'm going the lineman route too.
Look at you. You and old Caleb. What made you decide to go to lineman school?
Well, I also had no idea, like, beginning this year, and I just didn't know what I was going to do. And then Caleb came up to me one day just mentioning it, and then we went on a field trip to, like, the Savannah Port, and I really liked it.
Look at you.
Yep.
Putting that helmet down. And was that difficult for you? Because, you know, when you think about playing sports or whatever that you do, and if you've been doing it for a while, making a decision to either continue that or not continue that after high school, that's a big deal. And so you're like, hey, after this tour, that's it. I'm hanging up football.
Yep.
I'm going into be
it
a
was
lineman.
hard, yeah. Especially, like, we had a pretty good season this year. It was like the first one since my freshman year. So
For sure.
It was kind of hard to let it go.
Now, how did you do with the awards? How did you do?
I got that Demarius Thomas Award.
That's
that
huge.
character won.
You know, congratulations to you on
Thank you.
that. And so here it is. These two guys. Talk to me about them.
So, really met Daniel, started getting to know him about 7th grade through football. Then 8th grade, we started getting pretty close. Ethan didn't really come along to the picture till, I'd say, in 11th grade year. And we got really close over the summer, and I'm just as close with him now as any of them.
So when you think about this brotherhood, these relationships, what do they mean to you? Because, you know, just hearing you all cut up, you know, shoot the fat, but in the big scheme of things, what does your relationship really mean to you?
I mean, they're almost like brothers to me. I mean, I know if I really needed something, I could go to any of them, and I would do the same for them.
And now here it is, guys. You're witnessing Ryan make history. Like, this is a big deal. You know, for you're going to lineman school. You're ready for that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You going pre-med route.
Yes, ma'am.
University of Georgia.
Hopefully.
You say that again?
Hopefully.
Okay, so to be determined.
Yes, ma'am.
You all going on to the next chapters of your life, you know. And I don't think, has it really hit you guys yet, you know, about this being the end for you, your high school career?
We keep talking about, like, senior trip, and we just know, like, after that it's going to be very sad to, like, kind of watch each other go the other way.
You're going to be toe up. When I say that, you know, it's because all the things that you're used to. You say, how often do you all hang out?
Near about every day.
Every day.
Every day.
What do y'all do every day?
It can be anything.
Eat,
Yeah, it really can.
watch football,
Yeah.
just hang out and talk, really anything.
About every day.
Pretty much.
How do you do when do you find time to do your chores at the house?
We fit them in there.
And so here it is, this friendship, this relationship, when you really want to get serious about it, it's like you really want one another to be successful, right? And it's like in doing so, it closes a lot of doors and then opens the new ones here. You're finishing out. You finished out your football season.
Yes, ma'am.
Now here it is. You're having to take a shift mentally.
Oh yeah.
As well, because to whom much is given, much is required of you. And for you, your shift, like here it is. I mean, your high school. Has this been a piece of cake for you?
Sometimes.
But when you make the decision to go into the medical field and at the level that you're making this decision, it's going to require a lot of you.
Mm-hmm.
And so for you fellas, I mean, this is your chance to just give any encouraging words or any sound advice, any sage advice that you'd like to give for you guys, since you're taking different routes to one another, okay? So we'll start with you. What do you want to say to these two right here?
I would say what your parents hit on earlier about keeping your faith firm. And then I would say, like, when you go there, try to make friends that are going to have your back like we do. And of course, we're going to stay friends and visit you, but you need to make more, so. Got it.
Yeah, I was pretty much go off what he said. Make friends, go have fun, but stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble. What do you want to say to these two?
The same thing they said to me. I mean, I know they're both going to do great and do what they want to do, but just stay grounded in your faith and surround yourself with good people, and you'll do great.
Wow. Well, listen, Ethan, we're proud of you, young man.
Thanks.
We're proud of you because, all jokes aside, you guys have to be laser focused for not only finishing out strong your senior year, but for what lies ahead of you. And we know that you are highly capable of doing it. And we hope to see you and how you flourish as a Bulldog. Okay?
Yes,
Daniel. Now, what's so awesome about you is the humility that you have in what you do. I made a joke with your mom. I said, if I can get anybody to smile to take a picture, it's that Daniel Lisby. But the profession that you're going into is one that my father retired from, and so I have such a special soft spot in my heart for linemen, for what you do, because it's so honorable. Stay focused. The sky's the limit for what lies ahead for you, and we can't wait to see how that unfolds.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ethan Waldrop and Daniel Lisby.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin Wind Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From mowing to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin Wind Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
There's a chill in the air, but the deals are heating up at Dublin Nissan. I'm Don Carswell, and here at Dublin Nissan, we have your holiday stocking stuffers all over the place. So whether you need a Rogue for someone in the family or the family-size Nissan Armada, we have the discounts and special rates for you. And don't forget to check out our great selection of trucks, either on the lot or online at mydublinnissan.com. Happy New Year, and remember, Don sells cars well only at Dublin Nissan.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been such a great day. I think that we're all here to celebrate Ryan and him making history, signing a scholarship to University of Montevallo for bass fishing. And we've got his Aunt Lorraine with us. Miss Tyler, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing great. Talk to us about, first, talk to us about the relationship you have with your nephew here and what all of this means to you as his aunt.
Ryan and I have, I suppose, the usual aunt and nephew type relationship. I love him. He's a great kid, but we tease each other a good bit. We rarely are serious. It's hard. Someone asked me recently if he was ever in my class. I said, no, Ryan would never never would want to be in my class because he and I neither, we would never have taken each other seriously, and that would probably be somewhat problematic. Sitting here, him signing and doing the things that he truly enjoys is, and speaking on behalf of myself as well as all my family, we are just over the moon excited for him, knowing that he's going to do well. And I mean, he's done well so far. We're extremely proud.
Wow. Talk to us about your Aunt Lorraine here.
She's a mess. She'll give us a hard time, and we love to give her a hard time because she's about the easy one to pick on most of the time. But there's always something to give her a hard time about. But she's always there if you need her, and couldn't ask for anyone better. She's always very loving and supportive.
You know, Aunt Lorraine, we already know you're a champion when it comes to as an educator and what you provide for these students. And as a, you know, with this being your nephew, this is personal here.
It is. It is.
You've seen so many students sign scholarships and go off to college. You've played such, you know, pivotal roles in the decisions that young people have made in their career. And now here it is. This is this is your blood right here.
It's our kid.
What do you want to make sure that he knows?
That he knows?
Yeah. About this transition for him.
If I were giving him, advice as an educator,
correct.
Of course, I would always tell him that, what has been reiterated throughout the entire day. Don't forget where you come from. Know your roots. West Lawrence High School has given an opportunity, in doing so. But with this, speaking on behalf of the family, Ryan he is tenacious when it comes. I sometimes even say hyper-focused when he comes to things that he wants, and he will do. I remember going to his house one time to go just to visit for some reason, and he is sitting in his boat, fixing his lures, and he, just constantly. I have no idea. I don't understand fishing other than there's a basic pond fishing and so forth. I don't know the competitive side. What I do know is what I've, been educated in the last several years. Years ago, even my daughter used to call him the fish whisperer. So it's just, we're extremely proud of him. But going back to what you were saying as far as a teacher would, I just want him to go and enjoy himself. There will be times of which that things will come to him and he'll have to make some choices, but just as long as he remember who he is and what he's supposed to be doing there, and he's there to fish, and he's there to get an education, and he'll stay there, and he knows when he needs, we're just a phone call away.
Yeah. For sure. Ryan, when you think about how you are, how disciplined are you, your work ethic, how easy is it for you to prioritize what's most important, what's expedient, and how organized are you? Because you're going to be away from that little thing over there, your mama and your papa and your auntie and your sisters. How good are you at keeping everything together and staying focused?
I always could be better. Everybody can always be better. I mean, I was still a kid, like to cut up. I mean, there's always things I could handle better, but I try to keep everything pretty organized, stay on top of my business, make sure everything's done when it needs to be done. I usually don't like wait until last minute to try to do stuff, but I try my best, but I slip up at times.
For sure. Now, do you know how to do your own laundry?
I do.
Good. You make your own beds. These are steps here, which is, Mama's making a face. But, all these little things, when you think about it, Miss Tyler, is that he's going to have to put his big boy pants on, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is the middle child. He's the boy. He is. His mama and his dad have always had his back and done things for him, and I'm not going to use the word spoiled, but he is blessed. He really is. And we really can't say anything because you've seen it, his sisters. Everyone loves Ryan. I mean, my mom the same way. And he just pops out at my parents' house, and you drive by and I see his truck there. We all know he's eating pizza. So it's going to be there. It'll be provided. And that part, I'm sure he's going to miss. That part of just driving in someone's driveway, going in and grabbing and having that family interaction. And what a lot of people didn't mention, and I'll say this, is Ryan is great with children. He's always been great with children. And so he tends to gravitate, even when my kids were smaller, he tended to gravitate, and he would always play and make them feel special. And so that's the part that our family, my personal family, is going to miss with Ryan not always being there and playing, and especially the little girl that I have over there. She does. She really likes Ryan.
So Ryan, the way she's talking about this family and your connection, she's not lying, is she?
No, ma'am.
It's like these little bitty things. And I think that as time goes on, as you get closer and closer to graduation and then time for you to leave, that's when it's really gonna, right now it's a little surreal, but when it's gonna start getting real as time goes on.
Yes, ma'am.
You got time to kind of get yourself prepared for it, but I can say personally, as a mother, we don't ever be ready. And I want you to just take everything that all these special moments that you have with your family, and savor that. Anything you'd like to say to this one right here?
Just thank you, and thank you to all the Tylers and my grandparents as well.
Wow. And I love the special bond that you have, how you're able to cut up and still have that respect for who you are and the role that you play in his life. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to add to this show?
Just thank you to everyone that's helped me along the way, and I couldn't be more grateful.
For sure. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it all. You've met Ryan, his family, his friends, his coaches, his siblings, his village. The people that have been with him every step of the way. What he is doing, it is making history. But what the beautiful thing here, not just history for us in our district in this school, but for his family. You know, this is part of that legacy that you're building for your family, how you're adding on, you know, from your grandparents and your parents. And this is something that you should not take lightly. And we're so very proud of you. He is going to the University of Montevallo on a bass fishing scholarship, the first in our history. We're excited for him, his team. They're state champions. They've got their season coming up starting next week. We expect nothing but great things to come your way.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have here for Team Lawrence, where we continue to grow great students.